Yes.
All right. Well, since it's just us chickens, I was going to focus on core today. If that sounds good for you guys, great. But if there's some other thing, I know, so Gail, her foot, maybe we'll work some foot massage into today. But anything else bothering anybody that we'd rather focus on?
No, I suck at my core though. I've got no balance.
Then let us do this thing.
And I have to be on a rug today because every square part of my house that's open has got crap in it from remodel or furniture that can't go. My bike. I'm just running around my house trying to find 5 inches to sit on. And I hate clutter. Oh, I hate clutter. I'm staining doors and sawhorses. So
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
But I hate clutter.
I hear you. I do too. I can't stand it. And living with other people makes that even harder.
I live alone.
I know. That's why I'm like, come on, Donna. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Well, let's just take a moment. Here's what I want you to do. Here's the first move of the day. Okay. You ready? I want you to take your right arm. I want you to bring it up like this and put your left hand under your elbow. Put a smile on your face and push your hand back to your back and go ahead and pat yourself on the back.
I knew you were going somewhere.
And I'm really proud of us that we're here today. I mean, you guys are in a foul place. Collectively, we're a mess. So impressive that we're here, my friends. Impressive. Impressive. All right. Well, let's get into it. So if you'd like, close your eyes. Let all of that stuff, just let it just drip off of you and sort of collect somewhere on your carpet or off the sides of your mat. Because guess what? It'll be there when we're done, but you don't have to pay attention to it for the next 45 minutes to an hour. So just let it go. You don't have to chase it. It'll be there. And just arrive wherever you are. And notice how you're feeling. Like just take a moment and that angsty feeling or that frustration, see if you can find it in your body as a sensation or a heaviness. Sometimes it's just a tightness, a tingling. And as you just inhale and exhale, just doing this ancient primitive movement, right? Inhale and exhale. We're born knowing how to do this. Just scan the body for that sensation. Maybe it's in between the shoulder blades. Make any organic movements to sort of soften or just acknowledge that you've found that spot. Maybe you need to move the neck or look up and down, or just as you find that spot. Maybe it's in your chest and you can draw the shoulder blades back and open the chest. Just move however you're guided to, in recognition and in compassion for that space, that spot where you maybe find that emotion. Maybe it's in the hips and maybe you need to move around there. Or clenching around the knees, could be anywhere. Just keep breathing. We're trained to turn away from these difficult sensations, to ignore them, to dismiss them. What ends up happening when we do that is we learn this habit of dismissiveness. And practiced long enough, we don't just turn it on ourselves, we turn it on those around us. And so the practice is to come back to ourselves and notice, where do I feel this frustration? How do I honor it? How do I turn towards it with compassion? And then meet the need that it presents. So maybe you found it, maybe you didn't, don't worry. Maybe we'll bump into it in the practice. So inhaling, raise the top of your head towards the ceiling. Notice the length in your spine. And just exhale gently. Just let all the air out. Notice your sits bones. Notice your tailbone. Notice your spine as you inhale, lengthen, tuck the chin. Exhale. And as you continue to inhale and exhale, you're invited to consider your belly button, of all things. Maybe that brings a smile to your face. And as you inhale, just let that belly button area soften. And then as you exhale, pull the belly button from the inside towards your spine and notice what happens there. Just feel the sensation. Inhale, let it soften. Exhale, pull the belly button in towards the spine, like a bellows, like you're pushing all the air out. Just feel the muscles. And as you keep doing that, I'll read a little poem from my friend Dana. Remember, if this starts to hurt your back, you can always put your hands back and give yourself a little support, and you can still access that belly button. Softening, and then pulling the belly button to the spine. So by all means, give yourself that support, hands in the back. You'll be able to stick with this a little bit longer. That is one of those opportunities to practice that kindness towards yourself. We can never be strangers. Everything, every little thing is unique at its surface and indistinguishable at its core. I want to remember this today, the oneness underlying our differences, and the truth that we can never really be strangers, even if we've never laid eyes on each other before. This core, this thing you're using right now to inhale and exhale, we all have one. It's where all of us derive our balance of inhales and exhales, our balance to remain standing and sitting upright, our balance when there's ice or loose rocks under our feet. This core, this beautiful thing we all have as humans. Taking one more big, deep breath to open that abdominal area, soften like a frog belly. And then exhale, pulling that core, pulling that belly button, feeling how it reaches into the hips, into the back, up to the rib cage. And then opening your eyes. Yay! Arms out to the side. Remember, change your leg position anytime you need to. Big inhale, look up. Exhale, hands together right through the heart center and follow your hands. Look down. Great job. Bring them out to the side. Inhale, look up. Loosen that belly and exhale. Follow eyes, follow the hands and pull that belly button in. There's that core. 2 more of these. Big inhale. Look up at those hands. Exhale. Follow it down all the way. 1 more. Big inhale. Look up. Hands are going to stay up. Keep looking up. Palms come together. Interlace the fingers and then let your pointer fingers come straight. Pull your arms back. Look forward. Pull your arms back, biceps towards the ears. Maybe they're in the ears, maybe not. We're going to inhale, big, long, press down to lift up. Soften that belly. Exhale over to the left. Pull that core in again. press the right knee and sits bone down. Notice the obliques. Great job. Inhale. Over to the other side. Exhale, pull the belly in, squeeze those right side muscles, open those left side muscles, pull the arms back. Do it again. Inhale and exhale. So you might already, just like me, start to be noticing a little bit of a sweat, a little bit of warmth. Why? Because we are using one of the biggest muscle complexes in our body. We're focused on this core. Pull those arms back. Keep going. Great job. One more each side. Exhale. Pull onto those right sides. Good. Inhale. One more time. Exhale. Over to the left. Great job. Inhale. Stay up here. Pull those arms back. And we're going to, from the core, make little circles on the ceiling with our fingers, those pointer fingers.
Mhm.
Good job. You got it. So using the core, so we're not really moving from the hips here like we do sometimes. We'll get there, but right now we're using the core, going a little bit more forward than backwards, and then go ahead and switch directions. Circles on the ceiling. Great job. Beautiful. Don't go too far forward or too far back. Using those obliques. And then come to stillness. Right at the center. And let it go. Whoo. Yowza. Notice a little bit of fire in the arms and shoulders. Yes. Some shoulder rolls. Whew. Great. Beautiful job. All right. We're going to take the hands and place them right on the rib cage. So right under the bra strap. You'll feel your rib cage there. Get nice and tall. We're going to do what we were just doing, those circles. And right at the base of your pinkies, that's where your oblique starts. So everybody's anatomy is a little bit different, but if you put your hands here, thumbs behind, your pinkies are sort of somewhere right under your last rib. Yeah, maybe move your hands a little bit so you're feeling that. And we're going to move in those circles. And what I want you to feel is movement under the hands. So if we were moving from our hips, you wouldn't feel much under your hands, but we're moving from those obliques. Yeah, so those are those muscles on the side. This isn't very big of a circle. So you notice, I'm not going very far, but I want you to feel those obliques. Breathe naturally, but as you exhale, pull that belly button in. Great, one more in this direction, and then go ahead and switch directions. Beautiful job. Stay nice and tall. Keep your head over your shoulders. Woo, spicy. And then come to stillness. Whew, keeping the hands there. We're going to inhale. Open up the rib cage. Feel the movement and then exhale. Feel your obliques tighten up. One more time. Great job. All right, let's change position, shall we? We're going to come into our boat pose, but let's do it in a moment. First, let's bring those legs nice and straight because, ooh, that feels good. Give yourself a little bit of support back here. Remember, you can turn your hands in or out, totally up to you, and just shake those legs out a little bit. Feels nice. Yeah, go ahead and point the toes and pull them back. So today we're really just kind of going to discover the core. We are challenging it a little bit, but mostly just sort of discovering it and noticing what we notice. That's always fun. Circles with those ankles. Feels nice after being crisscrossed. Couple directions, wiggle the toes. And then go ahead and walk yourself up nice and tall and straight. Feel that in the hamstrings. Yes, indeed. All right, big inhale, nice and straight and tall. Engage the core. Find that low transverse abdominal. So those are the ones we were using to pull the belly button back. And then the obliques were the ones we were using to do those circles. Yeah. Big inhale. And we're going to exhale, forward fold right down the center. And you're not going to maybe go very far. I'm certainly not. So just let those hands anchor. And land. Nice. I feel that in the back of my legs, in my hips and low back. All right, using the core, big inhale. We're creating space from the inside. Grow your head out of your shoulders like a turtle. And exhale, pull that belly button back towards the spine again. See if you can come down just a little bit farther. Great. Big inhale again. Keep the spine long. If your head was dropping, go ahead and lift it up a little bit. Exhale. Can you move the hands a little farther down the legs? As you exhale, pull that belly button back towards the spine. Feel the hips opening. That's part of your core as well. One more time. Big inhale. Draw the head away from the shoulders. And exhale, pull it down. Belly button to spine. Notice the space you create. And just gently walk it back up nice and tall. Excellent. Bring your hands behind you once again and gently bend each knee one at a time to bring feet flat onto your mat. Going to release the right arm out in front of you and then release the left arm. Now, what I want you to do is sort of wiggle around on your seat, and we're finding that spot that is not your tailbone and not your sits bones. So here's sits bones, right? We're nice and tall. We feel those sits bones under us. And if we rolled too far back, we'd feel our tailbone. We're going to get into that spot right in the middle where there's that nice fleshy part of your glutes and maybe some padding. I have some padding. Yeah. Okay. So then we're going to lift the shoulders and roll them back. Now that should have turned on your rectus abdominis, which is that big muscle in the center, the one that shows like the six pack that you see. That's what those are. Rectus abdominis. Don't you feel smarter? Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to inhale and roll onto those sits bones and exhale back onto not the tailbone, but that spot in the middle. All right, here we go. We've got 8 of these. So inhale. And you know what to do. As we exhale, we pull that belly button towards the spine and notice how far you feel that. Notice the sweat that's starting to come onto your body. We're not doing that much, but we are. Inhale. Exhale. Come on, pull that belly button in. 5 more. Now, this is your core that you're using right now. You're using your hips. Feel it? Feel the hip flexors? You're using your glutes. You're using your low back. You're using your rectus abdominis, your low transverse abdominals, your obliques. Everybody's at the party here. 2 more. I know we're doing a few more than I said, but that's okay. 1 more after this. Here's our last one. Draw those shoulders back. Oh. All right, come on up, grab the knees. Bring the soles of the feet together and come into this bound angle. That's what this is called. Yeah, that's the technical term. Nice and tall. And exhale, forward fold. Maybe use your elbows to press your thighs and knees down a little bit. Check the spine, nice and tall. And close your eyes, come into that low abdominal movement again. Inhale, let it soften. Exhale, pull it back. 1 more time. Inhale, press the knees down. Come forward. Exhale, drop it down just a little bit. Beautiful. Come on up. Bring the hands under the knees. Knees come up. Whew. Okay, so we're going to take that posture that we just did and extend it a little bit. We're going to come down onto the forearms. Again, roll the shoulders back so that you're pressing your heart open, like you are showing the ceiling your beautiful heart. And we're going to bring the legs up into a 90-degree pose. Okay, so 90 degrees from hip, straight line from hip to knee, and 90 degrees from knee to ankle. So 90-degree angle in the knees. Okay. Now, if it's okay for your neck, watch me for a minute. This would be me bending my knees. Okay, nothing wrong with this. You can still feel that the abdominals are engaged. So go ahead and bend your knees for a moment, just like sort of like you're kicking. Okay, and this is a nice way to sort of warm up the hips, warm up the knees, and you still feel the transverse abdominals in order to keep your chest open. Yeah, good. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Now come to stillness. Now what we're going to do is just bend the hip. So if we bend the hip, the heel touches, bring it up, and then the other one and bring it up. Now, if you notice, as you go back and forth, that brings a lot more of your core into play. What is the core? It is the obliques, the rectus abdominis, the low transverse abdominals, the hip flexors, the glutes, and part of the low back. So the erectus spinae is part of your core, your lats. Ooh, keep going. Take a break whenever you need to. Beautiful job. Keep it up. 4, 3, keep breathing. 2, and 1. Great job. Go ahead and roll gently all the way down onto your back and bring your knees into your chest. Yeah, roll side to side. Bring some movement into that low back. Now, the low back is considered part of your core. So one of the reasons why we have low back pain is because we have not trained the low transverse abdominals, those ones that we used for breathing at the beginning, to be turned on and to be strong. Okay, so here's what we're going to do here, my friends. This one's a little tough, and I want you to be really careful doing it. If at any time you start to feel pain in the low back, the first thing to try is to engage the low transverse abdominals, that pulling of the belly button back towards the spine. If that doesn't take care of it, try not going as far side to side. And if that still doesn't take care of it, just rest in the spinal twist. So we're going to do the activity first and then the twist. So movement first, and then we'll stay in a static stretch. So bring that same pose to the legs, that same shape to the legs, hips to knees, knees to ankles, 90 degrees in the knees, arms out to the side. Now, flatten the spine all the way from tailbone straight up to in between the shoulder blades. And you should have felt that core just turn on as soon as you flatten the back. Now we're going to make sure to keep the back flat. At some point, it's going to arch a little bit. We're going to take a big, deep inhale here. We're going to try to stay out of our arms. We're going to start to exhale and let the knees drop off to the side. Now we're going to inhale here. Stay here, then exhale. We're going to let the exhale bring the knees back up. Press the low transverse abdominals. Inhale over to the other side. And the exhale is going to pull the belly button in and lift the legs up to the center. So that's our movement. We're inhaling to the side. And then starting the exhale, and let the exhale pull the legs up. So we're not pulling the legs from the hips or from the low back. We're using the front core. So exhale, belly button to spine, spine flat onto the mat. If you're using your arms, if you're finding you need to use your arms, try to come back into the core. Stay out of the arms. This is a soft, slow movement. And you can just go a few inches. That would be fine, totally fine. Great job. So again, if this isn't working for you, just take a break. We'll be back to you in a second. initiate the move back to center with that exhale, bringing the belly button to the spine, bringing the spine to the mat. Good. One more each side. Last one. All right, great. Take a break, bring the knees in, give a little hug. Whew. Great job. Hands on the knees, make circles in one direction, both knees going together. Great job, beautiful. And then go the other direction whenever you feel like it. All righty. Let's bring both hands interlaced to the left leg, and we're going to straighten out the right leg. So first bring the right foot onto the mat, and then if you can, straighten it out. Now there's going to be a little bit of an arch in your back, but go ahead and flatten the spine as much as you can onto your mat. If it helps, you can lift head and shoulders up towards, like bringing your forehead towards the left knee, or you can keep your head down, totally up to you. We're going to point that right toe and feel that beautiful stretch in the right hip flexor, in the front of the right hip. Go ahead and take a big inhale, lengthen through the spine, tuck the chin a little bit. Exhale, pull the toes back towards your face. Feel the energy push through the heels, especially that right heel. Gorgeous. Flatten the back and then just let it all go. Relax. Okay, we're going to bring our attention to the right leg. We're going to inhale the right leg up. Feel the back flat, press the belly, press the spine into the mat. Great job. Exhale, keep the back flat and bring the right leg down. Nice and slow. Good job. That's your exhale. Inhale, bring the right leg up. And then slowly lower that right leg. 4, 3, 2. Keep the back flat. Inhale. Raise the leg. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Inhale up. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, relax. Whew, right leg is down, left leg is up. Here's what we're going to do. Take that left arm and bring it out to the side in a T. The right hand is going to guide that left knee over towards the right for a spinal twist. Now, this is kind of a big twist, so take it easy. The objective is we want to keep this left shoulder on the mat. If this is too much, go ahead and bend the right knee as well and bring it up to the left knee on the floor over on your right side. I think I got that all correct. If I didn't and you feel like a pretzel, make a modification so that you're nicely twisted over towards the right and your left arm is out to the left. And then have mercy on me. And forgive me for being 51 and not having my left and right figured out yet. All right. Now, staying in this spinal twist for a moment because it's so good for us. You can, if your right leg is out straight, it's nice to maybe rest your left foot on your right knee, on the inside of your right knee. So again, I'm trusting you to make the modifications that feel right for your body. Pressing the left shoulder down. Now we're going to use that belly breathing that we did at the beginning to create space from the inside and really open up this core and that piriformis, which is part of your core. It's that muscle right in the center of your butt. All right, so let's inhale, soft belly. Exhale, pull the belly button towards the spine. Notice those obliques come online. Notice the low transverse abdominals. 2 more. Notice the stretch in the upper shoulder. Yes, feeling that. One more time. Big inhale, soft belly. And exhale. With the belly button pulled towards the spine, go ahead and bring that left knee back up. Right leg follows. Come on back to your back. Bring the left foot down. Straighten out, arms out in a T. Close your eyes and just notice the difference from your left side to your right side. No judgment. Just notice, is there an energetic difference? Is there a softening or a tightening? What do you feel? Take a big breath, sigh it out. And then bend both knees. Whew, gently bring the knees into the chest, flatten the back. Separate the knees and just make separate circles in each direction. And then the other way. And this time, when we come to stillness, we'll hug that right knee in and let the left foot come down onto the mat. Go ahead and straighten out that left foot if you like. And remember, modifications are totally available. You can bring the head and shoulders up as you like if that feels like more of a challenge, or maybe that makes it easier. And then let's go ahead and take a big deep breath and press energy through those heels. Get that nice stretch in the left hip flexor. Beautiful. Flatten the back. And I mean, just by pulling the toes back, we see that stretch in the front of the left hip. So interesting how the body's connected. Get both shoulder blades on the mat and then let it loose. Let the feet loosen. Great. And we'll go to moving that left leg. So inhaling the left leg up. And then twice as slow, exhaling it down, flat back, keeping the back flat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Inhale. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. 6 more. Inhale. Keeping that back flat. 4, 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, bring the belly button to the spine. Here we go. Try it right now. Exhaling down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Exhale down. 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 more. Inhale up. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 3, 2. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Whew, let it go. Right arm comes out to the side. And we'll gently bring that right knee over to the left. Remember, lots of modifications here. You can rest that right foot on the inside of the left knee. You can bend the left knee to make this a little bit less challenging. Stay in between your safe and challenging zone, my friends. Do not go venturing into overwhelm. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's a waterfall of pain. Don't do it. Ah, great. So find your twist, making sure. So one of the boundaries is we want to have that left shoulder, the right shoulder on the mat, left shoulder too, but the right shoulder's on the mat. And now we're going to use our breath. So big inhale. Notice how the inhale creates new stretching. Exhale, belly button to spine, and notice how that creates a new stretch, a new muscle engagement. Beautiful. 2 more. Big inhale. Exhale. And this whole practice, inhale and exhale, go ahead, is about noticing ourselves. So I noticed that my left shoulder is much tighter than my right one. That might explain the pain in my left shoulder, my left upper back. I'm so grateful to yoga for letting me notice these things. All right. On your last exhale, use that to bring that right leg back. Gently bring the left knee in. Give a little hug. Knees to the chest. Even it out. And bring both feet down to the floor. Straighten them out. And again, just let the arms come to the side and notice any difference. The sides feel the same now. They feel different. Great job. All right. We're going to do one more little movement before we Shavasana this thing. So just take your time and move yourself, bend your knees, use your legs and your feet to move you over to one side of your mat and just roll yourself all the way over onto your front side, onto your abdomen and chest. Bring both of your hands on one of your hands on top of the other hand to create a pillow for your forehead so you can look straight down with your legs out. What I want you to notice is take a big inhale, fill up your belly, let your belly button press into the mat. And then as you exhale, pull the belly button up towards the spine and press your sits bone and not your sits bone, your hip bones and your pelvic bone into the mat, but pull the belly button up towards the spine. Notice how that protects the low back. Release it for the inhale. Soften through the legs. Exhale, belly button up, hip bones and pubic bone down. And just use your own pace. Go ahead and do those, about 4 or 5 more of those. Notice how your glutes respond. Belly button comes up, press. So you're noticing the glutes are working. That's your core. Notice you feel the obliques. Notice you feel right under the rib cage. Keep going and just notice all of the muscles that are working. That's your core. Glutes. Beautiful job. 2 more. Even the obliques, notice as you pull the belly button towards the spine, right under the rib cage, you feel it. This is how we create balance. And last one. Release the head from the hands. Just bring your forehead and nose right onto the mat. Extend your arms out over your head. Extend the feet and really stretch. Feel that stretch through the rib cage, through the whole side body. Big inhale. As you exhale, keeping your hip bones and pubic bone pressing, lift your head up, lift your arms up, lift your feet up and legs up just a little bit. Pull the belly button towards the spine and then bring it down. We're not going to do too much of that. Maybe just one more big inhale. Remember to do everything. Exhale, pull the belly button up, press the hip bones and pubic bone down, and then go ahead and lift up if it feels okay. That's your exhale, and then bring it down for your inhale. All right, that's enough of that. Bring the hands, slide the hands under the shoulders. Press yourself up to your knees, all the way back, slowly, slowly. to your tabletop. Stop here, do a few cats and cows. Oh, that feels so good. You know how to do these, so do them at your pace. Do them in a way that feels good for you. Center yourself back on your mat if you need to move around a little bit. Whenever you're ready, turn those toes under, come to downward facing dog. Oh, yeah, that is nice. Press the heels down. Phew, take a big inhale, shake your head yes, shake your head no. As you exhale, belly button to spine, engage that core, press the chest towards the thighs. Awesome job. And whenever you're ready, come back down to your knees. Cat and cow again, just a couple. Nice and slow, nice and thoughtful. And let's go to that breath. So big inhale for the cow. Soften the belly, lift up through the shoulders. Exhale, bring the belly button to the spine, round the spine. Press into the tops of the feet. Take some pressure out of the knees. Go ahead, back and forth a few more times. Make sure hands are right under shoulders. And you can stay here for a few more moments, or you can, whenever you're ready, just press your bottom, your sits bones back onto your heels and come into a nice child's pose. Stretch out that low back. Stay with that beautiful belly breathing. As you exhale, press your engaged core muscles into the tops of your thighs. Open up that low back. Big inhale. Soft belly. Exhale. Pull the belly button up towards the spine. We're still engaging that core. Wiggle those sits bones down further towards the heels. Use your hands. Press yourself back. Resettle. Great job. Beautiful. And then take any organic movements that you want to, maybe moving your head, rolling your head side to side in your child's pose. Maybe bringing your arms around the sides of your body to your feet. And then finding your way onto your back for Shavasana. Any which way that you like. I'm going to turn a little music on for us. And the goal here is in your Shavasana to once again scan through the body and see where that emotion might be. See if it's still there. I don't know how last day. No, I can't tell. You dead weight. So if you can't believe it, since the day we first met, life had not one regret. And darling, don't you Breathe it in, let it out. Breathe it in, let it go. Breathe it in, let it out. Breathe it in, let it go. Breathe it in, let it out. Breathe it in, let it go. Breathe it in, let it out. Breathe it in, let it go. Breathe it in, let it out. Breathe it in, let it go. Breathe it in, let it out. And just begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Notice the weight of your body on the floor or on the mat. Notice your head and shoulders, the backs of your legs, the length of your spine. And when you're ready, roll over and sit up. How are you feeling now, my friends?
Good. I love child's pose. That is my favorite place to hang out.
Tell me why.
I feel grounded
Mm.
with myself, and it just, all parts of my body just feel connected.
That. Do you let your big toes touch?
Not yet. I have my hands tucked, my fingers connect at the top, but yeah, I like that better than being on my back.
By all means,
Right,
then,
yeah.
stay there.
That's
Yeah.
that's what I did. So
Brilliant. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Next time you're in child's pose, try touching your toes as well as
Okay.
your hands.
Mm.
It's a really cool, like, energetic circle.
Okay.
And I feel so soothed and so comforted.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I feel very centered and grounded.
Well, when you think about it, it's the shape we had in the womb.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a very primitive shape. Beautiful. Cool. How you feeling, Gail?
Much better. Thank you. I love doing the core exercises were really good. I felt like I was doing some really good work.
It's amazing how quickly a little fire starts in the body, right?
Yeah.
And see, I misunderstood when you said core. I thought we'd be standing and balancing. That was awesome. But
So
I totally
Thursday's
would.
balance.
Oh, I'll be on hardwood Thursday.
Yes. Yes. But that's why we did this first and that, because all of that balancing work comes from knowing where your core is and how to access it with your breath.
Mhm.
And when we practice it, that's what happens when we hit a patch of ice or loose gravel and our core goes. That's how we stay, strong and upright and free from injury as
That was
best
great.
as possible.
Yeah, that felt great.
Cool. Well,
You look fabulous. So you
Oh,
feeling
thank you.
good?
I am feeling good. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Finally feeling, I would say I feel myself 100%.
That's great.
We
All right,
need to
well,
chat.
Gail, I'll see you in a few minutes, and hopefully I'll see you both tomorrow for Pilates or
Okay.
Thursday
Yep.
for balance.
Have a good day, Gail.
You too, Donna. Take care.
Have a
care.
good day, friends. Bye.
Let's talk, Heather.